Hello guys, Brandon Carey here, and today we are going to continue our expedition in Boletaria with Demon Souls. And I forgot I can't skip this. Why would they not let me skip this? Surely I can skip this scene. We are in the year of our Lord 2021, and I still can't skip this. Developers, in the future, always let players skip the introduction cutscene. Especially if they've already launched the game. There we go. Thank you. People don't want to watch it. Okay, I remember now. I just finished upgrading my sword. Used up all my souls. So we need to climb back up at this point. So we just, that's okay, we'll just take the lift back up. We just met Ed here. Hi Derek, good to see you again. We have 21 arrows, might need more. But we will see about that shortly. Because I will not lie to you, because I always play this game as a royal, I have pretty much also always cheesed the upcoming boss fight. With magic. I've never fought it fairly. So this will be an interesting battle. Although I am human, so maybe I can rely on friends. We'll see if there's any summon signs over there when we make our way over. Gotta love the iframes from the backstab. Yeah, this weapon's doing me a lot of good. Really liking this. Really liking this a lot. Shoot grass. So let's see how much further we can go. I don't think I'm going to be... Okay. Get rid of this and stick to just the grass in my inventory. Oh, shoot! Shit! Shit! That hurts! Take care of the boulder twits. Not for you ninnies. There we go. That could have been a lot better. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. Funnily enough, I've never actually summoned an NPC in this game, or I never summoned an ally. I've always fought on my own because it's easier to play this game in soul form than it is in human form most of the time, for tendency's sake. Alright, so I would normally I'm suddenly missing my my magic. Because these salamanders kinda suck. There's also wolves, if memory serves. What the hell happened there? Hello, Killer Gamer. Welcome to the stream. Where did the wolves go? I know there are wolves over here. There's supposed to be. There were last time I played this game. There are the wolves. Oh, I love clipping. I love clipping. It's great. I am chewing through my grass at a rate that does not leave me happy. I may need to go to Boletaria after this to grind some grass up. Because Boletaria is the world in which you grind for healing items. Someone is probably thinking, you should have done that before you started the stream, and you're right, I should have, but I didn't. And that's on me. I have not beaten Fool's Idol yet. We haven't really done much of on a 3-1. I don't need the spice items because I'm not playing as a royal this time. But I do like Latria a lot. You don't get invaded until you go to Latria? Is that true? That doesn't feel like it should be true. Feels incorrect, but take your word for it. Because my understanding is that you get invaded even if you're in no matter when you are, as long as you're where you are, as long as you're in human form. I should have just dodged to block that. If I do get invaded, it's not a big deal. I've played Dark Souls PvP before. I know how to fight. Although if they use Scraping Spear, I'll be a little pissed off. Because that's just mean. Don't ever do that unless you're a Kroll, in which case do that. That should help us proceed a little bit farther up here. Actually, I don't need to make this walk. I can just go back down. I can just drop. And save myself some time. And stop talking like this. No, that red NPC, even if you're in soul form, the one in Latria, you still have to fight them. That's just a thing that spawns in that location. You have to deal with it or otherwise die. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. It's the assassin with the poison weapon. That's the NPC phantom. You have that always spawns in no matter what. Which is also a possibility because it's been a while since this game came out, even on PS5. So I could just not get invaded for virtue of not having any players active during this time. Unless there's anyone who's stream sniping deliberately. In which case, all the power to you. I'll backstab you. Fat official. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Well, at least that wasn't a fruitless run. It's our first death. But, we did unlock the shortcut, and we did unlock the progress route. We are in soul form now. So now we can't get invaded. It's not, you only get invaded while you're in human form. But we're still good. We're still good. Nothing of significance was lost. No. You can get invaded even before you're aware that invasion's a mechanic. As long as you were in human form, you can get invaded. That Phantom is basically like more of a lore thing than like a tutorial thing. Because that's an assassin of Latria, who was malevolently slain and is out for revenge. But you know, oh, thank you for following. But oh, bye. But even if you're in soul form, I know because I've played this game in soul form entirely. You will still have to fight her. I'm just gonna let you burn. Ooh! Oh, you're gonna take a while to kill. No problem. What the fuck? Oh, I hate the fat official! Do I have a poison effect on? Alright. That's some grass. That's useful. Getting close to the actual boss fight, though. The armored spider. Actually an appreciable damage up from using two hands, so maybe I should start doing that more. It's really the best way to survive is to kill things faster than they can kill you. So says Mr. Stewart. It appears to be immobile. You know what's not immobile? Raid Shadow Legends, which does not sponsor this stream, because that game I hear is actually pretty mediocre. Crisp Blade. Where to go and what to do? Oh, you know why this is immobile? Because the elevator is up here. That's why. You gotta go down. That is just the recall button. Whoops. This is one of my least favorite bosses. Honestly, the bosses in both 2-1 and 2-2 were some of my least favorite. We do have material, so... how this goes, I might just... Oh, no. What the hell is going on in this boss fight? Oh, come on. We can get this. Fucking hell, stop doing that! I was so close! You're probably gonna win this fight, but... it's gonna be... hard. Done. Whew. That usually goes a lot worse for me. A lot worse. Alright. got some souls. That's me level up. Probably a couple of upgrades. And where is the... There's the Archstone. Get the hard demon soul. And go back to the Nexus to cash in this experience. You know, 17 minutes in and fighting a boss and winning? That's not bad.
I can forge weapons for you.
Repair my items. I need more clear stone to upgrade this weapon.
You come back alive.
That's okay.
Thou seekest the path, then touch the deep. Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be
Alright.
so the world might part. May thy strength.
Let's compare this to our quality sword. Still not quite there, but we are getting there. We just need to upgrade its power so that it scales better, and then we should be fine. I might need to do that off stream. I'll have to see if, like, I keep forgetting to do like basic maintenance shit off stream.
I can forge weapons for you.
You can buy like a couple. No, actually, better just grinds than buy.
Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch.
You can throw this in storage. You can throw every single material in storage immediately without thinking about it, because when you upgrade, even if you're upgrading from Blacksmith Ed back at the forge, it's still okay, so this is the better shield, but it probably weighs more. Yeah, it's 6 pounds opposed to 1. So let's take a look and see if it will work. Oh no, I do need to buy from him though. I need to buy some arrows.
I can forge weapons for you.
Let's buy 90. Let's just spend a bunch of arrows so that if we ever need the bow,
Hello again. I'm keeping a close
it
watch.
is there for us. Let me move this a little out of the way for a while so that you can see what I see when it comes to weight. That's not really great either. Yeah, none of this armor is good stats-wise. So I guess we're not going to use any of the pre-order shit, because it's basically useless.
You have a heart of gold.
Do need more grass. So why don't we go and do 1, 2... Hey, Xenochrist! We just beat a boss, by the way. We beat the boss in 2-1. We beat Armored Spider. And now we are coming back to Boletaria. To kind of... Yeah, this game does look really good on the PS5. Like, the Blue Point should be proud of themselves for the job they did in the and upgrading the fidelity of Demon Souls. But we are coming here to Boletaria for 2 reasons. One, is to get some progress just from the just after beating the armored spider. You want to make some progress and beat the Tower Knight. But 2, we do kind of need some healing items. Oh, I didn't know you had arachnophobia. Then I guess that's convenient, because we are no longer fighting the armored spider. This armored spider has been defeated. Guess it's not really missing then if you if it's not your cup of tea. Snuck up from behind and did that. But, something that Blue Point did kind of nail with Dark Souls is... Let me see. I want to see if this gives me the fat roll. That's 36. That doesn't actually meaningfully change. Oh, I need more strength to wield that. What's the minimum strength requirement for this weapon? 18. Okay, so 18 strength to use that shield. The slimes aren't really cheating. It's just that they're armored from the front, and that means you need to fight them from behind. Because if you
blocking this passage, if it please you.
Hey, Oscar.
The Lord's Path, just over there,
Rostrava,
is now a feeding ground for dragons. Have your wits about you.
The slimes are completely vulnerable from behind, so if you get behind them, they're basically easy pickings. But something that Blue Point kind of nailed, or really nailed in this transition to a PS5, is the sense of, I guess the term would be beautiful decay. Because this is a very, like, bleak, decayed, and depressing world. But in that there is, like, a sense of beauty in how it has decayed over time. This is our cue to run. Those drops are all worthless and they're traps. You pick up any one of them, you are going to get hit. Oh, I see. Fortunately, the dragon will get us up from here, oddly enough. Only when we're down on the road. Remember, in Souls games, dragons are powerful. They will wreck your shit. Dragons are big, majestic, powerful creatures that you should fear. Yeah, that dragon's gonna keep nuking that spot until I advance up here. Which will then he'll proceed to nuke the next spot over here. I mean, on some level, it's still a video game. Like, they can't just, like, it would be unfair if the dragon, there was no way to get past him. So they need to have some weakness, and in this case, it's that the dragon has predictable pathing that you can exploit. And I want to get grass, not spend it. I need to get on my fucking game here. Yeah, it's something that Miyazaki, who the creative director at FromSoft, speaks about a lot, and it's in a Souls game, a dragon is to be seen as a huge threat. Hey, Kelly. You're playing Kingsfield. We're getting a little too far ahead of ourselves. But something that Blue Point did nail, as I was talking about before, is the sense of decay, of beautiful decay, and that this place is clearly like it's clearly been through some shit. Boletaria is clearly like a far cry from what it used to be. But even in its decayed state, there is a kind of like a majesty to what we're seeing here. You can still like there's echoes of the splendor that used to be here before the old one came and started stealing souls. There's still a sense of what this place could be like in better days. Yeah, like, it's also, like, it's still more or less, it's still relatively intact, because, like, in other later Souls games, the world is kind of, like, it's been, like, a couple hundred years since its heyday, whereas what's happening in Boletaria is fairly recent. Like, we're talking, like, it's still, like, in the span of one person's lifetime. So, like,
Thank you.
it's not like when, like the world's been decaying over thousands of years,
This is a token of my gratitude.
and the fire needs to be rekindled. No, we're still in the middle of the apocalypse. Oh, thank you for the grass. Though it's a little too high grade for me right now. And that does not set it apart from the other Souls games, where like the Souls games the Dark Souls games take place in an where like almost post-apocalypse, where like the big event that started the decay of the world has already happened. Here in Demon Souls, Boletaria is still decaying. The decay is still happening. Like these soldiers are fighting have only recently lost their souls. That's why they're still like relatively intact. And that does like change a little bit how the world feels, because this place, like Boletaria, like you could see people living here in Boletaria. Although like in Dark Souls, the world is so far gone that civilization might as well have ended. World 4 is actually a very interesting world, and we will talk more about that when I am at a high enough level to appropriately tackle that world. We might... I don't know if after the Tower Knight, I don't know if I want to head to Latria or the Valley of Defilement next. Oh, hi.
Ah, we meet again. Fancy that. Hope you find something.
Can I buy grass from you? Half-moon grass is expensive. Although he is selling Crescent grass at a discount. Guess it's because he's mooching it off the graves of the people here. Yes, I noticed that too. One thing Blue Point added was mouth movement, and like that's a huge that's a huge upgrade visually. I think this allows us to skip the second push for the dragon. Yeah, we can skip that entire second push and go right to the third. First, we have to kill these jobbers. Let's take a look at this compound short bow. Less range, more damage, but scales worse. No. No, this sucks. I don't want that. I'll keep my longbow. Oh, maybe that's because I have an upgrade, because my longbow is a +1 bow, which is why it has better scaling. Don't worry about the dragon more than I do these actual archer dudes. I want grass, so I will happily take that grass. Alright, so... as before, every item you see here is like a worthless soul. It is basically a trap. The items there to distract you, because if you linger to pick up any one of those items, that will give the dragon enough time to kill you. Fire blue guy. One more blue. Alright, blue. Show me what you got. Ain't got much, it looks like. Half-moon grass is useful, though. Actually, I don't really need help. But since I am a human right now, let's summon in a phantom. I don't think I actually need the help. The Tower Knight's not a tough boss, but I guess worst case he can be a meat shield. I'll give him time to spawn in before we actually proceed, because the boss is literally right over here. Hi, Phantom, Oblivion. Good game. I like it more than I like Siren, personally. This is the Tower Knight. Another one of King Alon's soldiers turned into a demon. But he is not your real enemy. Not sincerely. The enemy we need to worry about are the archers on the side. Kill them before they kill us. Because once we can isolate this Tower Knight, make it a 1v1 fight. It's easy. This is something you'll see a lot in Demon Souls in particular, is... execution really isn't terribly important. What is more important are your tactics. Once you know the trick to beating a boss... Oh, you're doing pretty well on your own there, buddy boy. That's okay. Let me help you out. I'll help you out when I'm done here. Once you know the gimmick of the fight and how to thwart it, The actual boss does not take much real effort to defeat. And now that I've dealt with the main problem, alright, focus on me. Let the magic user hit you from the back. I don't actually mind. This is stupid. This doesn't feel fair. I feel like I'm cheating. Oh yeah, they like Demon Souls boss fights get recycled quite a bit, and because they're really good boss fights, like the one Reborn and Bloodborne, it's just this fight. It's just this fight, but with an Eldritch Beast instead of a Knight. But that's okay, because this is a good fight. Like, it was easy. Part of the easy was because, A, I know what I'm doing. I didn't actually need that fandom to help, but having him there trivialized that boss fight. Like I said, I've beaten this game a couple times now. I don't actually need someone's help to beat it. It's just, I wanted to see how much different it would feel with the Phantom. And it turns out that boss fight was really easy. I'm almost ashamed that we bothered.
The power of the soul, no? Then touch the demon inside me.
Let's upgrade our vitality a little bit. Try to get our... Oh, that's all we can do right now. Okay, fair.
Drawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world... Art thou? May thy strength...
Oh yeah, if you're used to like Dark Souls and onward, by comparison, Demon Souls is really easy. There are a couple of problem bosses, but like nowhere near as difficult as anything you'll see, like some of the tough stuff you'll see in Dark Souls or Dark Souls 2 or 3. If you're familiar with how these games play, then you're already like 90% of the way to beating this game. Because this game came first. Like, they didn't really, like, they were stepping up from this. Something I also like about, Demon Souls especially is, Dark Souls has a very connected world, and that is really cool. But I think I actually prefer these, segmented, clearly, like, individually designed levels. I enjoy, like, that World 1 is just the world where you fight humans and get healing items. Woo! Hi, Mind Flayer. You're worth a good chunk of souls, so... And the Splice is good if I was a mage build. Yeah, this area is where you farm items that restore your magic, your MP, the spice. It's what it's called in Demon Souls. I don't know how I would feel playing Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 back to back, because I played those both when they came out. Also, so I had that break between. I had played Dark Souls through Bloodborne, 1 through 3 and Bloodborne all in a row, and I didn't play Dark Souls 3 until it came out, because Bloodborne was still relatively new when I played it. Not relatively, it was a couple months old when I played it. But Dark Souls 3, like, the Bloodborne DNA is really evident in that game, so I don't know how that would feel. Okay. Yeah, I guess if there's nothing else to play at that point, that makes sense. Because that was back when I was doing my Dark Souls marathon. Similar to what I did with the Yakuza series later, afterwards. Because I'm the kind of guy that wants to play the entire franchise. If I want to play the new game, well, if I want to play Witcher 3, I gotta play Witchers 1 and 2 first, right? No, and heads up, no, you don't. No, you really fucking don't need to play Witcher 1 and 2 to play Witcher 3. Because Witcher 1 is bad. Witcher 1's a bad video game. Or... it's a rough video game. It is something that is janky as hell. And not pleasant to go back to. So let's talk a little bit about the place that we are at. I don't agree with that, Kelly. I actually think, okay, the Witcher games... Yeah, I actually do agree. Never mind. I changed my mind. As I'm talking about it. No, I actually do agree. None of the Witcher games are fun to play. But 1 is particularly bad. And 3 is tolerable. Oh, I'm getting hit by that. Ooh! Yeah, but 1 is egregious in how it plays. Like, some truly awful combat and game design. These opponents are hard to fight in these confined quarters. There we go. But, Latria is an interesting place, because the kingdom of Latria was once ruled by a benevolent queen, who took care of her subjects and treated them with respect. And that, there's like a whole story behind Latria and particularly and the world that we're in, the tower and prison of Latria. All we know at this point, or the player is supposed to know at this point, is that suddenly, like, one day, the queen of Latria like started acting strangely and differently, and after that, the whole city started going south. There we go. This is a little easier to fight. Oh, fuck you. Good try. One more, because these guys hurt a lot. Look for key. Good tip. Good tip. And something that Demon Souls does well, especially in the context of Latria, is tell the story just through the world itself. The world tells you more than you need, like, all you need to know to learn the story of Latria. And we'll get into it as we progress through it. The first boss is just its name. is a huge implication as to what happened here. But we do know from the monumentals of this place that the queen here was once a benevolent queen. And then we come here and we find that this whole place has gone completely to shit. As many locations have in the Souls universe, but the implication is that Latria changed very suddenly and fairly recently. And it's not Boletaria, so it should not be affected in the same way that King Alon's kingdom is. It's a nearby kingdom of Boletaria, but it's not in Boletaria itself. It's in the same region. I believe with this key, the 3rd floor key, there is a gate that opens up close to the archstone at the beginning of the tower. And even though these levels are linear, you start to see the beginnings of what would famously start to be like known in Demon Soul, in Dark Souls, with the shortcuts. Like, now that I have the key that I acquired at the end of this section of the first stage, I believe it unlocks this gate. And the gate that I unlock, at least the next stage, is right by the bonfire right here. So I could just sit here, rest at the Archstone, and spend my souls right now if I wanted to, and then come back. And I would lose no progress because the progress is right here. It's right by the Archstone, which I keep wanting to call the bonfire because I play too much Souls, or Dark Souls. And you start to see that design of, yes, you have defeat, even though like you lose all your souls and have to reclaim them every time you die. Like, you're still making progress. You're still making visible progress in the world. Now, some of these guys are not truly dead. Now, does this open up and I find a trap, or does it open? Yeah, okay, he's dead. You just know that some of these fuckers are not going to be dead when I open these caskets, and they're going to attack me. But it's best to open them up anyway in case they have a reward. Like, worst case, you fight off the guy, and it's not a big deal. Oh, I don't have the key. I like the detail that the skeletons themselves, or like the little undead boys here, don't give a lot of souls because their souls have been taken from them. But the Mind Flayers have a lot of souls. Imagine spending all of your time in a pot. Not in pot, in a pot. One's a good time, the other one's sad. Unless you're into pots, I guess. Yeah, oh, they are not going to attack me. Which means this one almost definitely will, so let's not open it. Oh, hi there. Oh, that's just wrong. Alright, let's come over here, where it's open. Get the fuck over here. works. The key. You have the cell key and the actual key for this floor. Oh, fuck! Oh, nice. I didn't even look to see the gap there. I'm an idiot. Completely missed it. That's okay. We didn't die. Even if we did die, it wouldn't have been a big deal. Because I'm human right now, which means I can still get invaded. I explained this to someone, offline. But this seems like a good time to explain it anyway. Explain it now. Most people, when they play Demon Souls, keep in soul form as much as they possibly can. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Brandon, obviously they don't want to get invaded, so they stay in soul form. That's not that special. That's why you even bring that up. That makes no sense. Obviously. But you're wrong if you think that. Because that's not the actual reason. The invasions are not why you stay in soul form. The reason you stay in soul form is because, and Blue Point lovingly brought this back, even though most people were asking them not to. Blue Point, I would not have made that choice, but they opted to, and I don't fault them, but it is definitely a decision. That I wouldn't have made if I was in their shoes. They brought back a mechanic, referred to as tendency. And there are two types of tendency. There is character tendency, and more importantly, world tendency. Explaining this would be a huge, monumental pain in the ass. But, to make a long story short, every time you die in human form, the world tendency of the level you're in skews further towards black. And there's white and black world tendency. The blacker world tendency gets, the stronger enemies become, and the more likely you are to be invaded by enemy NPCs, NPC phantoms, as the world becomes more and more stacked against you. And as I said, only deaths in human form count towards reducing your tendency, or making your tendency black like that. Oh, fuck! Oh. Keep getting hit by that, and it's starting to cost me a lot. Okay, you're even through the wall, okay? Okay. Can you please get over here? And so the strategy is, after you beat a boss, you do revert to human form. That's your reward for beating a boss, is you reclaim your human body. What most people will do if they're playing semi-seriously or semi-optimally is they will immediately return to the Nexus and die through fall damage, which will reset them back to soul form, and that way when they die in the level, it will be as a soul which will keep your tendency scaling towards white. And since the only ways to boost tendency are to towards white are to slay bosses and invading phantoms, the only way to ensure that you ever make a maximum white tendency is to do that strategy. Is to like deliberately make sure that you never die as a human in the level, thus avoiding any scaling towards black tendency. You're just gonna keep... There we go. And no other Souls game uses tendency for good reason. As a mechanic, it is needlessly complicated, difficult to explain even when you know what the mechanic does, and punishes players for playing the game in a way that is suboptimal. Or in a different way of saying it, because of tendency, the most optimal way to play is a nonsensical way to play. Like, it's not intuitive. It doesn't make sense for someone after acquiring their human body back to immediately go to Nexus and die, to avoid making the world harder, or avoid making the world go black. That makes no sense. That is an unintuitive concept. That almost punishes you for not knowing about it ahead of time. I think there's anything over here. It can't hurt to check. Oh, there's Sage Frake, but I don't have the key to his cell. And we're not really a magic character, so it doesn't actually matter if I leave him there to rot or not, because he's the guy you talk to get more spells. You're getting a decent chunk of souls. Probably should cash these out at some point, but we are kind of deep in the level. Choices. Right, this is locked. We need a key for that door. And another fog gate. There's no boss here, so we can proceed just fine. The thing I do like about the fog gates in this game are that when you're playing for the first time, you can't tell if there's a boss behind them or not. Which means you have to be prepared for anything. Like that. Or we could just, you know, back wave like a little scaredy cat. Because I don't want to fight you in a narrow alley. The narrow platforms here make it really hard to fight the Mind Flayers. IMO. I guess we're going back up to fight. See if I can lead him out with some arrows. cast is so fast. I can't believe this is working. One more arrow. That should be lethal. Down with the sickness. Shut up. Oh, hi there.
Well, you are a sane one, are you not?
For the moment.
My name is Rydell.
Hi, Rydell.
Liberate me from this jail. I have
You must retrieve an item from your corpse. Cool, cool beans. Another example of tendency is that the world actually changes with its tendency. Like if this world was pure white, these rocks here would be gone, and I'd be able to open those cells and get the items over there. But because we are in neutral tendency, that's not happening. I need to remember where I'm supposed to go. Oh. That would help. Now we have the keys for the bottom floor. Let's see what leads us over here. Okay, I'm getting tired of these fools and their mystical mumbo-jumbo shit. I'm circle strafing. You shouldn't be able to hit me. Not fair. It's cheating. This is not worth fighting. Holy shit. No one to fold them. Yeah, that is not a door. That is an Iron Maiden. That is a kill device. Okay, that device is gone. I am almost out of healing. I might do some more Boletarian grinding. Yes, there is a story here. we haven't really gotten to it yet, but the story will unfold once we start fighting the first boss. For now, what we need to know is that Latria has become a prison for its people. Its former populace are now prisoners in the Tower of Latria. Because the queen lost her marbles one day and decided everyone needs to go to jail. And not pass go, and not collect $200. This is a detour. So there are two things that are going to unnerve me just a little bit in this area. As, before you guys showed up, a commentator was talking about this lady here. She's about to show up. She is someone who does not become visible unless you're really close to her. Yes, her. Oh, she's bleeding already. And this is an NPC phantom. This is an assassin. We don't know why she's here yet, but we know that she died a death that was unclean, because that's why she's a Black Phantom. It was a lot harder when I played my magic build. Alright. Remember, these guys have lost their souls. So they don't have a mind of their own. They are just basically killing they are basically attacking anything that has souls. Like us. That phantom should no longer spawn in. Before we proceed to the next objective, part of me feels like I should just take a break and cash my souls in and try to buy more healing items. Maybe even do a level up. But we have one more thing to do before, if we want to try the boss fight, which we probably shouldn't, given I am low on healing supplies. There's one thing we need to do first. And it's actually very crucial that we do this, because otherwise, well, you'll see. You'll see. What is the organ of... Oh, I don't need this shit. Or the spice. This should heal. Yes. I'm used to having a ton of healing supplies, so this is kind of weird for me. But you see this man here.
won't cause you trouble. I won't.
He's a liar. You have to kill him. And you will see why, assuming this boss fight goes well, in a moment. But for now, just believe me when I say that you absolutely have to kill that man. That is not optional. Peace was indeed never an option. That is exactly right. To repair my weapon at some point too. It's getting a little it has plenty of juice in it for this boss fight, but it's getting a little long in the tooth. Might even get a summon down there. We'll see. We'll see if there's any blue phantom signs. We're still human. We're still human, so a summon would definitely make this fight easier. Again, not really necessary, because these boss fights, once you know the trick, aren't too tough. It's a matter of execution. Yeah, just like with the Tower Knight, because we're human, if we see a blue soul, a blue signature on the ground, it means we can summon an ally from another world to help us, like another player. Yeah, it's Shiva, it could be Ifrit, it could be Bahamut, maybe Ramu. I don't think there'll be any. There shouldn't be any people here. This boss fight really shouldn't be too tough. I say, you know, famous last words. Probably shouldn't. Let's go for it. That is a picture of the Queen of Latria. Oh, we're already fighting the Queen in the first fight. Except no. She's the fool's idol. It helps to kill these people before they become a big problem in the actual fight. Uh-oh. She's gonna hurt me quite a bit. No, she's not. We're good. No. So, we'll have to mind these traps. Because the Fool's Idol does lay quite a few traps. She's gone. And now you see she has clones. Still good. Okay, we're getting lucky so far. Not lucky. That's still the genuine article. You see, every time she teleports, she lays more traps in the ground. Oh wow, we got her right again. So you're supposed to have to figure out which one's the real one, but we've been getting really lucky. The obvious thing, see, that has a health bar, which means it's a clone. That's a health bar, means it's a clone. No health bar, the real one. So the trick of the Fool's Idol is to figure out which one's real, and avoid the traps as you make your way to her. Now, the story beat here with Latria is that we were told the Queen had changed her behavior drastically one day. And you look, that boss resembles the Queen of Latria, but she's not the Queen. She is the Fool's Idol. She is a false queen that was implanted in Latrian royalty to fool the people into thinking that the Queen had changed, when in reality the Queen had been replaced by the Fool's Idol, is the thing that we have now discovered. Because they were worshipping her as if she was the queen, but she was not the true Queen of Latria. She was replaced by double, the Fool's Idol. The real queen was spirited away somewhere else, or possibly even killed. It's hard to tell, but we know now from the fact that she is the Fool's Idol that someone put her there to serve as a puppet ruler instead of the true queen. Who would do that indeed is a good question. It's a good question. We'll come back to that.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended. Art thou finished? May thy strength...
And we will buy some more herbs. We're making pretty good progress. We've defeated 3 bosses in an hour. A little over an hour. We still need more clear stones. I might need to do that grinding off screen.
Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch.
None of it is better than the Clang Ring. Don't need you, don't need you, or you. This is what makes you human, right? Yeah. We'll keep that in the inventory. Don't need you, or you. Throw any items in the storage immediately. I don't actually need these Catalysts of the Talisman because we are not running a magic build. Oh, this increases maximum MP. We don't need that shit. We're not running a magic build here. Okay, this weighs more, but it has more defense. Not worth it. Super not worth it.
You have a heart of gold.
So now we know that the Queen had been replaced by the Fool's Idol, but we don't know why. Going to Boletaria, we are basically like we can't proceed in Boletaria any further until we defeat one of the big bosses. Let's get some more herbs. That's fine.
You come back alive.
The question is, do we proceed to the Valley of Defilement or to the Realm of the Shadow Men? The Shrine of Storms. Shrine of Storms is pretty tough, but we might be strong enough to brave it at this point. No. Let's do the Valley of Defilement. Now, this is a special. This is basically the Dark Souls signature poison bog area, but it's a whole world. You know, the level that nobody likes in any Dark Souls game. And the story here is that basically, if you have nowhere else to go, you are allowed to stay here. And that is a bad start, so we are going to go right to that bonfire. And reset. Get my shield back out. Like the coward I am. And so this is basically the place where all the refuse from the other kingdoms ends up. In some form. And this is where you go to grind for anti-poison materials. There's a little, okay, I see the little bridge over here. Who would want to stay here? It's not a question of want. It's a question of there's nowhere else for you, so you stay here. Like, people don't want to stay here typically. This is the place you go when you have nowhere else to turn. Where the lepers of society would be quarantined off, more or less. Which makes it kind of tragic in a sense, especially when we get to the third boss in this zone. But we will talk more about that once we actually make it to that boss, because that is a boss that I think about a lot when I think about Demon Souls, because of the story that boss is telling mechanically. We will, of course, go that further. For now, just understand this is a place where those who have nowhere else to turn are welcome. The place where people that society has deemed untouchables can eke out an existence, even if it's not an easy one. I think this is actually... Yeah, there we go. Little platform. It's a little tough to fight, because the fire damage will go through my shield, but I can block the physical damage. And these rats that we're about to see soon are a problem because they bring disease. Okay. So far, so good. As you can see, this place doesn't drop many souls. Really, if you want to grind souls, the place you go to is is Zone 4. Because the enemies there drop a lot of souls. We said before, each location has its own grind. It has its own things that you can grind out. Fun. know I saw someone else. Might be fine. Not fine. That was bad. That was pretty bad. That was a poor piss poor performance on my part. Just got some grass back. Once you unlock the third zone of Boletarian, grass becomes a lot easier to come by, because you get a lot of the higher tier grass there too. Tricked me. Good trick. Let's see what else this place has in store for us. Oh, fuck you. For round 2. Now I'm poisoned.
Won't you please buy something? My poor child is hungry.
Too expensive. Can't afford it.
You don't deserve to this place, Buzz. You could do worse than keep the price of survival. Curses! Did that witch send you to torment me?
Don't overcharge for your wares, and then I might actually buy them. I don't have my fire bombs anymore. These plague rats will poison me. Oh, it's plague. That's why. Oh, fuck you. That big guy is always giving me problems, so let's see if I can get him from a distance. Nope. I think that's it. Phew. You get nothing. You get almost no souls for a fight against someone that big. That feels insulting almost, getting those 200 souls. Need white tendency to open this secret area over here. We are not at pure white, we are at neutral tendency with this area. Oh, come on! How many of you fuckers are there? Huh. There we go. Stay down. And don't get back up. Just stay down. He's reimbursing me for my grass. So I'm not... Oh. We avoided the poison. Yay, us. Got a bow, might as well make use of it. Oh, big guy. Get you over here where I can actually maneuver. Fuck! Alright, there we go. Whew. This place is scary sometimes. Talk about beautiful decay. Oh, Lord. Yeah, this place is a little, like, if you have germophobia, this is not the location you should be in. Thankfully, if you have germophobia, you don't have to play this session at all. This is, like, the way this game is structured. You can skip any of worlds 2, 3, 4, or 5 as long as you complete at least one of them. Oh, we're at a boss. This one is the Leechmonger. I cannot recall ever having a challenge with this fight. I want to see if... Let me see. No, I don't have... I didn't bring my resin with me. It's my fault. Because this boss has a weakness in that fire really hurts it. But even without that bonus, we should be generally okay. Just gotta get down there first. Okay. I see. The damage from the leeches restores his health. We're fine. If you had fire damage, this would be a trivial fight. I want to die. Oh, damn it. What we're going to do, I think, is if I had my regular sword, so if I was using the quality sword, which is currently weaker than my, with my magic blade, I could have used a pine resin to grant fire damage to my blade.
Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch.
So let's see. We do want the lotus. See, this pine resin allows you to imbue a weapon with fire magic. And if we had that, the Reachmonger is extremely weak to fire. So next time we fight him, which won't be today in all likelihood, that should be enough to turn the tide back in our favor. For now, what I should do is consume a soul here so I can repair my
Trade
equipment.
your souls. What's the hurry?
I think what we're gonna do is start the Shrine of Storms. And as far as stories go, the Shrine of Storms does have a special property. This is a land where myth is made manifest. Creatures and people from legends and fables that are brought to life by the magic of this place. And so all of the bosses from this zone will be stories that are told in universe in the world of Boletaria and the Demon Souls. The same can also be said of our enemies. This is a land where myth is reality. So keep that in mind as we continue in this area. You also notice that the enemies here drop way more souls than the average enemy does in the other zones. You're trying to grind for souls to either buy that last piece of gear you need or to level up. This is where you come. They're also harder than most enemies are, to compensate. Backstabby window is so finicky in this game. And so we will be trying to advance this area, but we're also at the same time more or less grinding for souls so that we can get strong enough to really get the use out of our quality short sword, or our quality sword. We want to be able to take advantage of its stat scaling. Oh fuck, oh fuck. Give me at least my bloodstain. There we go. Oh! Shit! Just gotta bring it back towards the front. That's fine. Small price to pay. So our blessing should be closer to us, which means it'll be easier to retrieve. Understand the backstabbing physics in this game. They make no sense. They're dumb. Actually, it should be enough for a level up. Once... Corner trap. Archer over here. Let me check my... Okay, we are able to level up once. That should be nice. We'll level up, and then we'll probably go to Boletaria, actually, to get some more healing items, because I am running dreadfully low on supplies. Actually, we're a strength 18 now, which means I can equip that steel shield. And this should be a little more protective. Actually, I think there was a place we didn't explore where the Tower Knight fell. So let's go back there. Just remembered that that place even existed. The Inner Ward. Something Bluepoint also did that I can appreciate is, like, previously this was known as the Tower Knight's Archstone. They didn't give it, like, a cool name, like the Inner Ward. So they, by giving them a name like that, they also surface a lot more of the... Oh, this is probably a good place to grind for souls and grass. At least until I've unlocked more of the, At least until I've gotten more power. Where I can more reliably kill the enemies in the, Shrine of Storms. Should also think about giving my bow some upgrades too. Let's see what's up here. Because I remember there's still some. There's a couple. Yeah, there's a couple of drops here. Probably. I don't think we have enough time to really get any further in any zones, so we'll spend the last 10 minutes doing this a little bit of light grinding to get some souls and get some grass. Because these blue knights at our current power are not too difficult to dispatch. They offer a decent amount of souls per kill. And they have a chance of dropping late moon grass. And that's, like, souls and grass are two things that we desperately want right now. This was before the age of the Estus Flask. Back when FromSoft didn't realize that grinding for healing items kind of fucking sucks. So you have to bear with us for a moment. And they drop crossbow bolts. Yeah, this is definitely the way to grind right now. Holy shit, this isn't even a close contest. What's that? If we can proceed, that would be ideal. But yes, we have to slay an end boss in one of the other zones where we can pass. I knew it, but I wanted to be sure. I knew in my heart I was correct, but on the off chance that we could proceed, that would have been great. Because the enemies past this point, not only do they offer a lot of souls, they offer also a lot of healing medicine. Like, so much that you end up throwing it. You have to throw them in the stockpile because you have too much to hold onto on any one time. I don't know why I bother trying to sneak up on them. It's just easier just to slay them. Three slashes either way. So there's no reason for me to not have my shield up. My massive shield. Oh, that looks beautiful. That hitbox looks beautiful. Thank God the loading times in this game are also a lot nicer on the PS5, because in the PS3 era, like this, the loading time here would be enough to dissuade me from doing this alone. I understand this is not the most pleasant viewing in the world, but I will try to do more of this off screen. I often forget to do that. It's a fault of mine. But this is also, to some degree, the Demon Souls experience. Ditch throwing knives for Half Moon Grass. The Demon Souls experience is like grinding for grass, but thankfully, as you can see, like if you know where to grind, the actual grind itself, it's not terribly difficult or even long, or particularly long. It's just you need to do it. You need to remember to actually go and do it. See, we're already like, pretty well off on healing medicine right now. See what the scaling factor. Alright, so it still does less damage overall. We will need to address that through. I will have to grind for Clearstone on my off time as well, because I want to get that quality sword up to scale as high up as it can. Because once we get switched to the quality sword, and we get the scaling to go with it, should be a real big boost to our overall damage output. Because we can start... because this Falcon, although great, is a magical sword, you can't apply secondary effects like fire or enchantments to it. Because it's already got the magic boost. Which is part of why I want to move to the quality sword, because the quality sword can be enchanted, and it can have, like, the resins put on it, because it's still a physical weapon. It's not a magical-based one. And that alone ends up becoming a huge bonus. Unless you're playing a dedicated magic build, in which case the Falcon is probably your best bet. Just keep upgrading it and you should be fine. But generally, if you're not using a magic or a faith-based build, you want to be able to apply those resins. So what if I die? Like, it's easy to get my bloodstain back. I'm liking the shield. The stability is really, really nice. I think one more round and we should have enough. Although it is almost time to call it, so... Let's do one more round and then we should be able to... or one or two more rounds and we should be able to spend our souls for a few more level ups at the Maiden in Black. And that'll be it for tonight. The anti-bleeding medicine is nice, though not particularly useful for where we are at the game right now. It'll help probably later, because things do start causing bleed. Like the you didn't see it because we were pretty good in the fight against her, but that assassin in the Tower of Latria before the Fool's Idol, if she hits you enough with her weapon, it will cause bleed. We just didn't get hit enough with it to cause the bleed. This is the last one. Don't get cocky. And there you go. That should be plenty of medicine to start off with the next time we start the stream. Question is whether or not I will go and get Clearstone. Depends on where Clearstone is dropped. Because if it's dropped in a place that we haven't been to yet, I'm obviously not going to do that. But if it's still in 2-1 or any of the other ones, I might take a moment to go grind for some Clearstone to level up the quality sword. Where are you, fair maiden? Oh, there's Ostrava. Here's the maiden in black.
Thou seek, then touch, soul of the mind, key to life's ether.
And that should be
Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel.
enough for now.
Let's drink art, may thy
Check the quality sword now. Still not more powerful. It's probably gonna be a while. Probably need to up the actual weapon's stats before we can switch to it. But for now, I think it's a good place to end our stream. It's actually been a pretty productive stream. We and since we started, we defeated the Armored Spider, and the Tower Knight and the Fool's Idol, and we almost got the Leechmonger in our first try. So we're actually doing pretty good. This is going a little faster than I expected it to, honestly, and I'm glad for that because I don't want to spend like months doing Demon Souls. But for now, remember to wear a mask, social distance, wash your hands, get the vaccine, Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, stop Asian hate, and all lives cannot matter until those minorities' lives matter. Until next time, have a great evening, guys, and I will see you when I see you.